No doubt you can feel the excitement and anticipation. Good evening, everybody. I'm Michael Wooten alongside our Bills insider, Vic Carucci. Great to have you here, Vic, as we continue our coverage, counting down to kickoff. It's going to be a fun one.
It is palpable is the feeling. I mean, it's just a sense wherever you go, wherever you look, drive your car, walk anywhere, go to a gas station. It's Bills fever.
No doubt about it. Let's start this half hour and show you a live look from the West Coast, where the game is going to happen, all the way here to Western New York. So you can see inside SoFi Stadium at the top left of your screen. This kicks off the entire NFL season. Just outside of there, Bills fans are tailgating. You can see to the upper right side of your screen, they're making it look like Orchard Park right there in Inglewood, California. Then at the bottom, we have a couple of live shots there along Chippewa in Buffalo and also up in Lockport, where there are big parties going on. We'll have live reports from both of those places ahead at 6 o'clock. So, Vic, let's start here with all of the hype. Really a massive stage, and we've taken that live shot and put it right behind us. SoFi Stadium, it doesn't get any bigger than this. I mean, you know, we're talking about a new stadium for the Bills, like $1.5 billion. I think this one was closer to $5 billion.
Oh, yeah.
The stage doesn't get bigger than this.
No, and look, the NFL schedule makers don't mess around. They look for the marquee matchup for this particular game, this thing that kicks off the whole season. And remember, this started after the Bills' Super Bowl run of the 90s. They didn't have this in the NFL. They started doing this Thursday night thing with the defending Super Bowl champs and picking the opponent. A lot goes into that, and you tend to pick the opponent, or the league schedule makers do, based on, hey, this team might be a team that you're going to see in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's been so interesting to hear a lot of the national experts predict that it's going to be Buffalo and L.A. in the Super Bowl. Right. So might what we see tonight play out again come a few months from now. We're going to take you onto the sideline and talk with some of the players or hear from them as we count down to kickoff. Also, we'll take you live to L.A. for some tailgating. But we want to start here at 5:30 with Vic's keys to the game. What are the most important things here that you're going to be watching as we count down?
Yeah, thing one for me, not that I call this guy a thing. He is a big, strong, they call him the game wrecker, and that's Aaron Donald. And figuring out a way to not let him do that to Josh Allen all night long is the key. Of course, your offensive line, they're paid to keep this guy and the other defensive front away from the quarterback or open holes for the running backs, but it's a chore with him. This is why he's widely regarded as the best defensive player, if not the best player, period, in the NFL. I think the Bills can contain him, and this is something I had a conversation with Tony Dungy. To contain Aaron Donald, run the football effectively. This is what Tony had to say about that.
So to me, the key is the offensive line will be fine if it doesn't turn into a track meet for Aaron Donald. If he's got to be in the starting blocks and I've got to read, run, I've got to decide what it is and then go, now you've got a chance. And to me, that's the whole thing. How do I structure this as a Bills offensive play caller to put some doubt in their mind, to keep us out of those obvious third and longs?
So that brings us to Josh Allen, and I know that's another key for you here, because in the past we've sometimes seen Josh try to take everything on himself, especially in big game situations. Right. You think that's important tonight, that he not do that? Yeah,
look, he's gotten better at that. Earlier in his career, he was a guy who tended to try to do too much because he knows he can. He knows he can do a lot of different things, run as well as throw effectively. But when he gets to that point of just trying too hard, that's when the mistakes occur. I think this is a more mature Josh Allen that you're looking at now. I think it's a guy who understands this is a big stage, a big moment, a lot of hype, but he takes the deep breath and handles it and doesn't get overly excited.
I think we're going to see some incredible plays from him tonight, no doubt. Finally, you know, regular season openers are when rookies really get put to the test, right? The preseason is one thing. There are some rookies tonight for Buffalo who are going to be right there in that spotlight.
Yeah, look, well, it starts with the fact that Tre'Davious White isn't in the lineup. I mean, you go with your best cornerback, who's going to be missing the first quarter of the season with the knee injury he suffered on Thanksgiving night. So the Bills are going to have to rely on a couple of rookies, and they used a first-round draft pick on Kaiir Elam. They have Christian Benford, who emerged and had a really nice preseason, and Dane Jackson, who's the veteran of the group, but he's pretty young too. And look, Matthew Stafford threw for nearly 5,000 yards, 41 touchdowns last season. He's got Cooper Kupp as a receiver. He's got Allen Robinson. He sees those rookies, going after them.
Yeah, and Cup is so dangerous. Yeah. All right, so those are Vic's keys to the game. Stick around for us, if you will. We're going to talk to you more later as we continue to count down to kickoff. But right now, we want to show you, again, you've seen a lot of the pictures and videos of Bills Mafia taking over Los Angeles. Well, tonight, in true Bills fashion, thousands are tailgating right now ahead of tonight's game. They're getting in some blues and blue lights that got flown out to the West Coast, and then in just a little bit, they'll funnel into SoFi Stadium to get ready for kickoff. Our Heather Lee is live in the middle of the party right now. Heather, I know you got a chance to talk to a lot of the diehard fans who made it out to the trip today. It looks like quite the turnout where you are there.
It is absolutely a party out here, Michael. Good afternoon to you from very sunny, very hot Inglewood, California. We're just about a mile from the stadium right now. And as you can see, it is just, like you said, absolutely mobbed with Bills fans. About 2,700 people from Buffalo, Montana. We heard that there are people from Germany here. Bills fans from all around gathering here for the big party. This is sort of the official tailgate ahead of the big game later tonight. We've been talking about the weather for quite some time now. It is absolutely a scorcher, and we're in a black parking lot right now, just the asphalt, and you could just feel the heat emanating from the bottom. But you know what? So far, people seem to be doing pretty well. Everybody sort of enjoying hydrating with an adult beverage and doing so responsibly. They have free water here for folks, and then they have Gatorades and that sort of thing. So despite the heat, the Bills fans, they're bringing it right now. They're saying that, you know what, we deal with blizzards, we deal with snowstorms, so what's a little bit of heat? For a game like this, they're absolutely willing to put up with it right now. But again, it is melting right now. And I've got my little fan. I used to make fun of people with the little fan, but right now it's been a lifesaver.
You got to do whatever it takes, Heather, no doubt. I want to ask you, Bills fans travel well all season long, kind of known for it. But this has a real, kind of playoff feel to it. And I know a lot of people made this trip because it's kicking off the entire NFL season. What have you heard from fans, who were there at this tailgate and that you've spoken to over the past few days about why it was so important to make this trip, even though this is technically the farthest game away that is possible to get all the way from Buffalo to LA?
You know what? I think quite simply from the people that we have talked to, they said it is all about, they are looking ahead. They have no shame in saying, we're looking ahead to the playoffs. We are looking ahead to the Super Bowl. There is so much confidence. And I think a lot of people, they just really want to be a part of this. They say that this is history in the making for a lot of folks. This is the next chapter of the Bills. I know that there's a hype video on social media right now, and the Bills are saying burn it all. And by that, they mean get rid of the old memories, get rid of the 4 Super Bowl losses, all of the pain, all of the misery that Bills fans, quite frankly, unfortunately are known for, not only in the Queen City, but across the country. And I think it's one of those things that they say, you know what? We want to be a part of this new chapter. We are helping to write the new chapter. They're doing that with their enthusiasm. They're doing that with their excitement. And it all starts here today. Michael, I got to tell you, some of the stories are really interesting. We caught up with a family earlier today. It is a mom. She traveled with her 4 children, the youngest, 4-year-old twin boys. It is their very first Bills game. Quite a Bills game, if we're being honest right now. But, a guy from Montana who he's been a Bills fan since he was 9 years old. He goes, I have been waiting for this moment. Again, the excitement building, kickoff just a couple of hours away, and people are putting up with the heat because, again, they said they would not miss this for the world.
All right, Heather Lee reporting live for us. Try to stay cool, my friend. We'll see you in a couple of days.